Question: have you ever experienced one grief experience after another? Just like, mm, before you can work through one, here comes another one. And again, this could be the passing of a loved one, natural disaster, losing a job, betrayal, toxic work environment, abuse, whatever the case may be. It's like you just can't catch a break. And you just like, what the heck, man? Just, ah. And so what can happen is you can get stuck. And the reason you're stuck is because you don't have enough energy to get you up. You need energy to uplift you to a point that would allow you to be able to not only work through your grief in pieces, but also for you to do the things that you need to do. You know, like the basic stuff, like waking up in the morning, getting out of bed, talking to people without snatching a soul or two, or being around people without feeling the need to brick wall and shut down. And so it can be kind of hard to figure out, well, what do you do? And some people just don't understand what that is. And I can say that what has helped me through Boom Bam is the fact that I had a routine. And what I mean by that is it's important for you to have a healthy routine that would allow you to get your energy throughout the day. That could be listening to your favorite music, listening to a podcast, an audiobook, watching your favorite TV show or movie, drawing, writing, dancing, singing, building, creating, gardening, hiking, exercising, all of these things that you can do. You can figure out how to do it where you have certain things you do when you get up in the morning, when you are on your way to work, when you are at work or just out and about, when you're on your way back, and then when you are back at home. Why? It is because as we go throughout the day, we lose energy. I'll give you an example. Get up in the morning, put on your favorite show, put on your favorite music, podcast. You go throughout your morning. Then you hop in the car. You have to drive. I don't know about you, but I know everybody can't drive. I don't know where you live, but where I am, I'm convinced some people, I don't know how they got their license. I'm just going to be honest. I don't know how they got it. They don't know what a blinker is. They don't know how to let people over. They got to fight you and your lane running out. Like we all know, merge. But they don't want to let you merge. It's just a lot. Speeding, just reckless. And so if you have to deal with all of that before you get to your destination, yeah, you lost some energy along the way. Because some people just don't know what they be thinking. And so then you get to your destination. Let's say you got to work. People. Some people be peopling. So you have to deal with different energies, different personalities. So by the time you get to your break or your lunch, you lost more energy. Then you got to get back in that traffic, get back on the road. You have less energy when you get back home. And if you're coming home to people, your family, your friends, your kids, whatever the case may be, another job, where's your energy? You don't have it. And so that's why it's important for you to find something to do throughout the day. It could be 5 minutes or less, 15 minutes, whatever the case may be, 30 seconds. Remember a joke. Think about what you're going to do when you get off. Different things like that. Look at them, send an emoji. Things that are healthy. Keeps your energy up. And you're going to need that because life is going to life. And that's when grief comes in. And for most people, grief is not a little knock on the door. Hello, can I come in for a little bit? No. A lot of times, grief is like ATF kicking in the door. No warning, it's just here. And sometimes you're prepared, like you know the situation and you're prepared, but you find you're not as prepared as you thought. And so one thing after the other comes in, and now your energy is everywhere, and you don't know what to deal with first. And that's when it's easier for you to just snatch souls. You're irritated, your buffer is gone, your routine is off, and so you're grasping at straws. You're trying to figure out, what do I do? How do I make it through? And so when it happened to me, like I said, y'all already know Hurricane Katrina. That's one thing. But in less than a year, 3 important men in my life passed in less than a year. Let me say that again. In less than a year, 3 important people in my life passed. And so it was towards the beginning of the year, or kind of towards the beginning. We got into the year around spring area, somewhere in there, was the person that I would say reminded me of a grandfather. I never knew my grandfathers because they both passed before I was born, and I only knew my paternal grandmother. And so my other grandparents, never knew them. I can only guess what it felt like to have a bunch of grandparents. So for those of you who have grandparents and you have a great relationship, good for you. But also be mindful of the fact that some people didn't have that, and it'd be great for people on both sides to understand that. And so if you had great grandparents, wonderful. If you didn't, it's okay. You can find other people to stand in the gap for you. And so for this person who was like a grandfather to me, he was very nice and everything, talked to me. We had a good relationship. He was very funny. And he passed. So it was like, okay, you can do this. Still in church, singing, praise team, choir, all the stuff. So then, October, my dad passed. And this was 2017 leading into 2018. So 2017, my dad passed in his birthday month, like a few days after his birthday. And it was like, okay, his situation was a little different because of his health issues. It was like I knew it was coming. It was just, I had time to basically be like, okay, understand the transition that's going to happen. Okay. Then, right after that, found out person who was like my uncle, because my relatives scattered pretty much since Katrina. Don't see them like I used to. And so he was from New Orleans too, real cool, helped me through the passing of my dad and the passing of the person who was like a grandfather. And then find out right when all that was happening, his health issues kicked in, and then he passed in 18. So at that point, it was like, okay, because like, what in the world? Now, for some people, you're probably like, oh, that's it. I quit. I'm not doing anything. I'm done. Like, don't talk to me. But for me, routine matters. And so when my dad passed, I still was laughing, joking, doing the things. Why? Because that's who I am. That's who he was. And a way for me to honor him was to continue with the joy and continue doing the things, right? And so, and so, with that being said, 3 people, I was like, I gotta sing. And some people were like, why do you have to go to practice? Like, why are you like, you don't have to sing, like, you don't have to participate. And I was like, no, I have to sing. I have to keep doing the things that I was doing. I need to keep going to church. I need to keep hearing the word, reading the word. I need to keep doing the things that kept me going. Why? Because I knew if I did not, look out, everybody, it was not going to be a pretty sight. And so, joy. I operate from a place of joy. That's how it's always been. That's how I was raised. That's my culture. And so, I find joy wherever I go. And so, by me continuing with my routine, I didn't even know this, but the daughter of the person who passed earlier in the year, she told me, she was like, you know what? Keep it up. Like you inspire me. I can't come in here sometimes, but by me coming in here and seeing you up there still doing the things that you're doing, that inspired me. When I can't, I come here, see you, keep it up. And I didn't even know people were paying attention to me like that. I was just like, I know what I need to do. Joy is my strength. That's my power. And guess what? I'm going to do it. I know I can inspire people. I know I can encourage people. I'm going to do that because that's who I've always been. And so, especially if you're in church and you might be upset with God and don't want to do anything, like you just like, streets, where you at? I'm outside. The thing is, routine is everything, and you want to remember what got you here. What helped you stay above water? What helped you keep that joy? What helped you be you? If it's healthy, keep doing it. If you can't do that, like, oh, I can't go into the church. Okay, that's fine. You can watch church online. You can read the scripture or audiobooks. They have Bibles on audiobook. Listen to that. Listen to some church music. Listen to someone that's a motivational speaker. Do things for other people. Find a way to keep going. Because if you stop, you can get stuck. And when you get stuck on low energy, it's like quicksand. It's going to take a lot for you to come up out of that. What you might not know is when you're in quicksand, you lean back a little bit and you move. You move your legs. Not too much, but you move your legs, you lean back. Before you know it, you up and you are out. What am I saying? You don't have to be all preppy and, hey, everybody, yay. You don't have to do that. And you don't have to isolate yourself to where you're in the dark for weeks, months, and years. It just takes a little bit of something. Just a little bit. Just enough to get you to lean back a little bit. And you can just imagine yourself lean into the joy that their loved one brought you. Lean into their kind words. Lean into their smile. Lean into their favorite movie, their music. Just lean. Lean into the Lord. Whatever helps you to lean just a little bit. And when you lean a little bit, your energy is going to start coming back. Then you're going to want to move a little bit. And as you lean and you move a little bit, now you want to get out that bed. You want to go eat something. You want to read your text messages. You want to look at TV. And if you like, I can't watch that show, that was our thing. I can't drive past that street, that was our thing. That's okay. GPS it. Go around the block. Do something else until you're able to lean into that again. And then you'll be back doing those things. And for some things, never. It's okay. It can be never. Do something else. But what happens is you getting your energy up, that helps you. It helps you to focus on what matters most to you. And when you do that, all of this stuff is not going to feel like it's pulling you down. Because you what? You leaning just a little bit, and you're working it. And before you know it, you up, you out, and you are inspiring other people to get up and out. And that's what it's about. And if that is something that your loved one did, if that is something that represents your hometown that you can't get back to, represent. Lean into what matters most, and hopefully you can come out on the other side. And so remember, you're not by yourself. There are motivational videos out here. There's music out here. You can write poetry. You can read poetry. You can do a lot of things. But one thing that you don't want to keep doing is sinking. Because it takes a lot to get back to where you were, especially if you don't have that energy. So remember, you're gonna deal with life. Grief is gonna kick the door in. But what you can do is you can be ready with your routine. Your routine that starts just a little lean. Lean and move. Before you know it, you're back on your feet and you're doing it. And so as always, take care. Hi, a licensed professional counselor here. I'm Kenya. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow for more information. Take care.